Hey everybody, I'm Amy from BodyFit by Amy, and this is your upper body burner workout. In this workout, we're gonna work the entire upper body and core, arms, back, shoulders, and all of your ab muscles. And we're gonna be working with a variety of equipment. If you have mini bands, kettlebells, and dumbbells, we'll work through that. If you don't, just use what you have available to you. Of course, I'm gonna give you lots of different options to work to your fitness level. Are you ready? Let's do it. You can start with just a gentle march and roll of those shoulders. We're gonna keep the warm-up pretty short because the way this workout is gonna work is our very first circuit is just gonna be 5 minutes of either body weight, mobility work, or using the mini band for a little extra burn. So if you don't have, let's take one arm right through here. If you don't have a mini loop band, don't worry, you can keep it all body weight and it'll just be a little bit more on the mobility side. If you have the band, it's just gonna add a little bit of burn and a little more of that resistance. So here is how it is going to work today. We're gonna start with 5 minutes of body weight or band mobility and a little bit of resistive strength. Let's reach across right here. Then we are going to set our clock for 10 minutes and we're gonna take our basic movement patterns, our pushes and our pulls, and we're gonna be going as heavy as we can at our own pace. Now I'm gonna give you a rep range. I know we don't always love counting, but what I want it to be is for each of those moves is I want you to go as heavy as you can because we only have one set. Let's reach little rotation here in your torso and then we'll get that flat back down. So when we get to that 10-minute round, you're gonna be going as heavy as you can with as much rest as you need, and I'm gonna give you some guidance if maybe you don't have as heavy weights as you'd like to make things a little more challenging. So we'll have our mobility and banded round. Roll those shoulders right here. We will take it to our heavy strength round. And then we're gonna add a little core, again, body weight or band, and then we're gonna take it with a burner with some light weights as a finisher. So I know that sounds like a lot, but don't worry. The good news is you don't have to shake everything out. You don't have to really worry about the intervals because we're just gonna set our clocks for these bigger time frames. Grab a band if you have it. If you don't, we're just going body weight. Our 5 minutes starts now. We're gonna go up and out and down and out right here. So if you have the band, you're noticing I can't go very far, right? You probably want a medium band, not your heaviest, not your lightest, but I'm getting that little stretch while I'm also getting those shoulders. If you're all body weight, you can even go a little bit further with that mobility. Really think still squeezing in the shoulders and the upper back, but you're getting more mobility out of it. Let's switch it up right here. We're gonna go at the top, little squeeze, and then here. So same idea, but again, we're just getting that little pull. You're gonna feel, if you have this band, you're gonna feel the differences in your back. The other thing that I want you to really think about is what is your core doing? Can you stay lifted and engaged? Strong, stable foundation, but breathing through it. All right, let's take it right here. We're gonna pull those elbows down. If you have body weight, you can take it a little wider, but I still want that strong pull down right above your chest. You can stagger if you want. Pulling those elbows down, pulling your shoulder blades in. So again, even if you're just doing body weight and mobility, you're gonna feel those shoulders. You're gonna get, just by repetitions, right? You're gonna feel the shoulders. Right here. And then let's grab on the outside of the bands, and we're gonna take it down to one side. So pull and here, right here. Probably still feeling it. If you wanna add a little core, you can pull it here. But if you wanna just keep it upper, and if at any point you wanna switch to just body weight, you can do that too. I know you're feeling it, right? That's why it's called a burner. But again, this is just our activation set. Mobility and strength. 4, 3, 2, good. Shake them out, breathe for just a second, and get set for that other one. Here we go. Yes. You don't have to do the core. Right here. And up. You're pulling it down, pulling towards your back. Again, we're getting a lot of back and shoulders. We're gonna isolate some bis and tris in just a minute, and we're halfway there of this 5 minutes. We got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right here, just want you to shake out those arms, right? Have the band in one hand, open, cross for some mobility in between. You can even take them lower. Shake it out, and then higher. Yes. All right, we got 2 minutes to go. Let's get a little bis and tris. So if you have a band, I want you to put it right here. If you don't, you can just kneel and you're just gonna get that curl from here. If you've got the band, we're gonna grab it underneath and we're gonna curl across our body. Now, you may need to adjust where you are to feel it a little bit more. Again, if you're just going mobility, I want you to think about push and pull. Here we go. Up, woo! Harder than it looks, right? So I'm coming across my body, but really just up and to that shoulder. We don't need very many. You can crank out more reps if your body weight. Yes. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna switch that here. You can adjust if you need it to be a little easier or a little tougher, get closer or further away. Right here, up. If your body weight, you're just going for it. We got 1 minute to go, team. We're gonna crank out some triceps and then we'll go to those heavy weights. Again, what's nice about this is we're gonna get lots of different ways of working our upper body and our core, not just all heavy and not just all high reps. Bring it up right here. We're gonna grab it right here, holding it here so we keep the back working. Triceps, press out and in, right here. If you wanna add a little bit of movement, you know I love a little side step with it. Again, working mobility. If you don't feel like you have enough resistance, take it, grip it a little tighter, or take it out a little bit more in front. We got 10 seconds. Can you make those triceps work? Pushing, extending through the elbow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoo, I love the band for some good activation before we add those heavy weights, but also for what it does. We get that good burn. Quick sip of water if you need it. Remember that if you don't have a band, I highly recommend it as a tool because they're fairly inexpensive. I have my favorite ones listed down below in the description. And they also are great to travel with and great when maybe you need a little break from heavy weights, but you still want to get a little bit of that work. All right, so we got 10 minutes, team. Here's what I want. I'm gonna be calling out your exercises and I want you to be going heavy. So if you have something heavy, let's take our bent over row as an example. I'm gonna use my heaviest kettlebell. We're gonna do one side at a time and I'm gonna go for 6 to 8. If you don't have something heavier, I want you to really go slow with 2 weights and I want you to aim for 10 to 12 to 15 or whatever really gets those muscles working. So this is where you are on your own. If you guys wanna get a little warm up right through here while we're waiting. If you're on your own, I'm gonna call out the exercises. I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna give you options. If you got heavy or light, but try to go your heaviest. We have a 10-minute round and then we'll be done with it. So I think it's gonna move quickly. It's all our major lifts, just not all of them, but a few of them, just to really push our strength. All right, team? So go ahead and shake it out. Let's roll those shoulders right through here. I know that was a little bit of a longer break, but we actually need that as we get into these heavy lifts. So I'm gonna call them out for you, but you're on your own pace, counting your reps. If you have a heavy, let's go for 6 to 8, whatever is gonna fatigue you. But if that doesn't feel like enough and you feel like you could do more, I want you to do more. We're starting with the bent over row. You're either here or you've got 2. 10 minutes starts now. Here we go. So nice flat back, pull it up. I know this workout is a little bit different. Usually we're working in timed intervals, but I really want you to work at your own pace and go heavy if you can. So I'm gonna get to 8. I'm actually gonna add 2 more because I think I can, right? You want those last few reps to be challenging. Let's switch it. All right, if you've got 2, you can just keep going, or you can get a breather. Here we go. Heavy either on one side, 6 to 8 to 10, or two-handed. We've got our overhead press coming up next. So we're gonna get 2 dumbbells or 1 kettlebell, and we're here. You can go hammer press, or you can do that Arnold press. I want you to go heavy. I'm gonna aim for my 15s. You got 6 to 8, or 12 to 15 if you got lighter. Here we go, 1 minute down, and bring it in. You only have 1 set, so that's why I want you to challenge yourself to go heavy. Not at the sacrifice of form. I still want good form. Whew. You're probably gonna go a little slower. If you're going heavier, that's 8. I think that is all that I've got, so I'm gonna rest for just a second. You finish it out. Next, we're gonna go to just a bicep curl. So we're here, bicep curl. Now again, you're going super heavy if you wanna keep it hammer curl, or you wanna just take them regular right here. That's what I'm gonna do. Try to go heavy if you can. We can do them together whenever you're ready. Here we go. So the goal with these is to fatigue the muscles in that 1 set. So I want my biceps to feel pretty tired at the end of this set, right? Because we're only getting 1. That is why we're doing this round in the way that we are, to make it a little different. If you get to here and you're like me and this is 8, you can always alternate if you want to crank out a few more, but it's feeling a little too heavy. You got it, team. Oh, good form. Yes, you can. Excellent. Whew. Wherever you are, if you're not feeling fatigued yet, I want you to keep going. Wherever you are, we're about 2.5 minutes in, so you can shake it out. Next, team, we're gonna go with the reverse fly. So you can keep going and watch me. Back and shoulders, we're in that hinge position. We're going out wide. Now, this is a tough one. If you have something lighter to meet him, you probably wanna go for it. But if you have too heavy, you need to bend those elbows, you can't. But we're trying to go straight out to here, not here, but trying to get a little higher than here. Squeezing in the back, squeezing the shoulders. This is always challenging for me, most of us, but I know for me on my shoulders. So core engaged. Again, you pick. If you got heavy, 6 to 8 to 10. If you get a little lighter, aim for 12 to 15. Whatever you need to do when you feel your muscles feeling like you can't crank out those last few, then that's when you're done. Here we go. Not using momentum, using controlled motions. We're almost to that halfway point in this 10 minutes, and then we go to the mat, team. Yes. And breathe. Woo. All right, so last thing from the standing position, we're gonna go tricep overhead. I would love for you to try one at a time right here and going across, just like this, aiming to go heavy. I'm gonna try my 15s, I'm not sure I can do it. Again, right side, left side. If you have 2 lighter ones and you wanna take it here, take it here. We're also going to do triceps down on the mat. All right, team, here we go. Let's try it. What can you get on one side? Here we go. Ooh, that's not gonna work. Some of it's trial and error. Here we go. Behind your head. I like to use this hand to stabilize. And you're trying to get low. Even though you're going heavy, I would much rather you go a little lighter and get here than just about halfway or cheating it a bit. And we don't mean to do that. Woo! This could be it for me. Yes. Ha. Other side, finish out your other side triceps or wherever you are, and then we're taking it down to the mat. We're at that halfway point. It's kind of nice to not have to worry about timed intervals, right? We're some reason, I think it's that right shoulder. This left tricep is always stronger for me. Finish it out. Boom. Yes, team. All right, so take it down to the mat. We're gonna start with your regular old chest press, okay? So whatever you got, let's try to go 2. I brought these 20s out for a reason, so I'm gonna try them for this. And we're gonna take it down into that press. We got 4 minutes to go, only a few things, so hang with me right here. Here we go, team. So you've got your heavy press. If you have a bench, this is a great time to use it because you'll get more range of motion, which is a great way to increase that time under tension or get that progressive overload when you don't have an option to go heavier, if you can get those elbows coming down a little more. Oh, you got this, team. Yes. Woo, wherever you are, we're gonna get upper back and shoulders, so it's a pullover. So you're here to here. Remember those Barbie arms? Shake it out, it's upper body pull. I'm gonna go with my 15-1 dumbbell on this, but going over and up, keeping that core engaged. Here we go, team. Now, again, great way to use a bench if you've got it. If you want to grab your dumbbell on either side, if you feel comfortable with that, you may get a little more range of motion. If you feel too much tension in your upper back and shoulders, then just keep it the opposite way, right? You don't have to go down as far. Or if you feel a little more comfortable with this. And certainly if you need more rest in between these, go for it, because we're on to our last lift, team, all right? And we still got 2 minutes to go. I'll give you an option to shake it out and get a little mobility. But once you finish that pullover, our last lift is our tricep extension. I want you to go for 2 or 1 heavy kettlebell or dumbbell, and I want you to shift those shoulders back just a bit and get full range of motion down by the ears if you got dumbbells, and bring them all the way up. So not cheating it, shift them back just a tad. All right, team, this is it. I'm gonna go for my 10s because I'm feeling it. And again, we got 2 minutes to go, so give it all you got, go heavy. If you need to push those reps to get a little more, go for it. Yes, team. After this, we get a little cardio mobility, and then we get some core with band and body weight. We really haven't isolated the core yet, but don't worry, it's coming. Oh man, I know, I feel it too. Can you burn them out? Whatever you got, I hope you went heavy and you just got a few reps. Oh, and relax. All right, team, big stretch whenever you are finished with those triceps. And I do want you to use this if you feel like, I know I do lots of different workouts here on the channel where some of them are more muscle endurance. You still have a minute, so you got time to finish that out. But if you felt like you never really got to that fatigued point, doesn't have to be where you can't do anything, then I want you to think about getting some heavier weights, all right? Have some options in the comments below, but you can certainly find people giving them away or selling them for cheap or whatever, but it may be time to go a little heavier if you didn't feel like, if you felt like you could just keep going and going and going. All right, so we got 30 more seconds. If you're already done, let's just shake them out right here. Whoo, right? And reaching over your head. Now we feel it. And reaching down, getting a little rotation right through here. 3, 2, 1. All right, little different there. Grab a quick sip of water, especially if you were going heavy. I'm sure you were feeling it in a lot of different ways. Quick sip. And you're gonna meet me down on the mat for a little bit of core. We're using the mini band if you have it, or just body weight. We're gonna get that burn, we're gonna get some mobility, and we're gonna get that core working hard. So mini band if you got it, make sure you clear that space. If you're like me and you have a lot of dumbbells and things out, join me down on the mat. We're gonna start seated. We'll keep that upper body working a bit with just a little twist. If that's not right for you, you can sit standing right through here. Then we're gonna take it down, we'll put it over our feet, we'll do some things on our back, we'll do some things on our sides, and we will get that core working hard. 5 minutes on the clock. We're working our way through here, and then when we get that finisher bonus round, you're really gonna love it. Everything is different today. So join me here, wrap that core, seated, pull, here we go. You don't have to watch the clock, because I will, but I do want you to think about what's happening in your core. Now, if your arms are just spent, you can just take it here, side to side. We'll get that mobility, and again, you can be here. But if you want to keep some upper body working, yes. If you want to lean back even more, whatever works for you. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna take it down on our back. We're gonna put that band, if you have it, right at our feet. So we're here, team. We're gonna tuck the pelvis. If you need to modify, I'm gonna have you do a march and just bringing the knees in. Otherwise, we're here, one out, one in. Keep the upper body down. You can even take those arms out wide to get a stretch. Right through here. And breathe. Out and in. Now, if you want, take it here, cross. It's a bicycle. I want you to think not about speed, so we're not here, right? I want you to really think about pulling in, feeling that core tighten, pushing out, feeling that core stabilize, and then rotation, right? If that's not right for you, keep your march. Got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it in right here. Do that little pulse in with the knee. 4, 3, 2, pulse in with the upper. Little lift, keep it tucked. 4, 3, 2, other side. Pulse in with the knee. I know we're about at that halfway point. Pulse in with the upper. Little lift and twist. 4, 3, 2, I know, right? Deep core. Grab that band with your hands. We're gonna put your hands through. We're gonna over. Little lift, pull out. Little stretch, mobility for the shoulders. And then that deep core. If that's not right for you, you can take the crunch out of it and just pull. And here we go. Over. Let's add a knee coming in. You can keep the shoulders down if you need to. 4, little lift. 3, 2, 1. Right here, roll over on your side. If you have the band, your bottom hand is gonna hold it here. You're either lifting on the knees or both feet. Side plank, watch me here. We're just gonna lift and lower. I know those arms might be tired. If you need a little extra support in the knee, you can. Zip up the core, lift. Imagine that you're pulling that elbow towards that hip and that's what's bringing it up. 2, 1 more. Hold it up. And if you can, pull that band towards your back. This one's holding it down. It's like a little row, right? On the knee or not. Yes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch it over to that other side. Holding it here. Lift and lower. Getting into place. We're on our last minute, team. I know. if you can, hold it at the top. Bottom hand stabilizes, top hand, pull. If you need to take that band out to get a little more of that pull, go for it. 4. Stay lifted. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Bring it up and stretch it over. And your 5 minutes ends now. Yes, team. All right, we have one little bonus circuit, and here's what we've got, team. I want you to pick a medium single weight, and we can switch in between. We're gonna start with a single weight, then we're gonna go double weights. But we're going to really crank out some muscle endurance. If you need water, grab it, but we're gonna get it done. So we're gonna start with our kettlebell. I'm gonna show you first what we've got. 1 dumbbell or 1 kettlebell. We're gonna start with this row. Then we're gonna add a slinger curl this way. Then we're gonna add a single arm press. 1 hand here or here, whatever you got. We'll get each side. Then we'll grab 2 dumbbells. We'll go a little lighter. We'll finish it out. So 5 more minutes is all that we've got, and I promise it's gonna go quick, and we're gonna end with your heart rate up. So 1 dumbbell or kettlebell, but something that you could do the row, but also get a slinger curl. You can use that opposite hand if you need to. All right, team, last 5. Let's do it. Upper and core. Here we go. Up. Breathe. So something medium, not super heavy like that middle round, right? Let's take it with that curl, slinger curl, bring it up. Use a little momentum. If that's not right for you, put the hand on the bottom and bring it up right here. You're catching it at the top, or you're using that hand to bring it up. 2 more. And hold it here. I want this hand on the outside. If you have 1 dumbbell, you don't need this. Otherwise, we're just gonna press up and down. I know it's a little tricky, but you can do it. If that starts to feel like too much for your shoulders, take it between 2 hands and just go 4, 3, 2, 1. Catch your breath. We're gonna switch it to that other side. We're 1 minute in. Let's take it here, flat back, row. Here we go. If it's feeling too light, go a little wider with it. You can do it. Breathe. Here we go, slinger curl. Bring it up and down, little power. Or just regular curl if that's right for you. 2 more, strong biceps. And then take it here, hold it here, straight up and down. I know this is a little different, and if you're not comfortable with your kettlebell for that, grab it between 2 or switch to a dumbbell. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that kettlebell in the center. Here's what we got, team. We got curl, press, tries, right here, all the way down. Curl, press, behind the head, 1 dumbbell, right here. Up, up, and here. 2 more, just like that. We're halfway there. Up, up. Can you hold it here? Just isometric. You're just holding. Elbows in, halfway up for those tries. Halfway down for those tries. All the way up. Yes, team. All right, 2 dumbbells, something medium. We're gonna get it done. We're gonna start in that plank position to get our core working. So on your knees or on your toes, here we go. We're going to push it out. Bring it in, grab it here, push it out, bring it in. If that's not right for you, to your knees, squeeze, and breathe. Push it out, and in. Push it out, I know it's hard. Push, right here. Take it, alternate, pull up to the hip. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down right here. I want you to lift and lower one side, body weight right here. It's a one-sided bird dog. Squeeze in the back, one knee down. Up. Hold it up. Drop the hand. Drop the leg. Lift that knee for core right here. It's a little elevator lift. Yes, you can. I know. Breathe. 4, 3, 2. We are so close. Switch your sides. Opposite arm, opposite leg. We're gonna finish it strong right here. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the back, squeeze the shoulder. Yes. Hold it up right here. Drop the hand. Drop that back foot. Lift the knee up and down. Last 15. Use your core. Try not to push through the toes and the hands. Use your core to lift. Yes. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Press those weights out of the way. Stretch back. Rest your wrist. Stretch those shoulders. Side to side. How we doing, team? Reach underneath, get a little shoulder stretch. How are you feeling? Different kind of burner, right? So that's what I wanted out of this workout. I know sometimes when you see burn or sculpt or fire, you think about those longer muscle endurance sets. We had a dumbbell burnout last week. Bring it up, and if you can, roll through cat-cow. If your wrists just need that break, stay in that child's pose. I know you're thinking, oh, there's gonna be a million pulses, a million holds, but I wanted this one to feel a little bit different in the sense, come to a seated position right through here and stretch. That we got some longer times on the clock, but some things a little different. So we did get a little burn if you had that mini band, but we got some mobility, some activation. And then we went heavy, we got a different kind of burn, and then we went lighter. I wanted them all to feel a little different, just for some variety, and also to encourage you when you can to go heavy, and when you've got those muscle endurance or those compound movements or those longer sets, that's when we can go a little lighter. Either way, I want to hear from you, so leave me a comment. Let me know, how did you feel with this workout? Do you feel that your muscles really felt it? Stretch your back forward right through here. Did you find out maybe you need to get some heavier weights for those back to basics, those heavy sets? Did you find out you like having a band, or you wish you didn't have a band? Let me know below. I love hearing from you. And of course, make sure that you leave me a comment, leave me a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, check us out in the BodyFit Athletic Club if you're not here already. And of course, come back for more. Spread the BodyFit love. Whew, I'm feeling it, guys, in ways I didn't think that I would. So I want to hear from you. Let me know, how are your arms and your core feeling? Of course, if you need more stretching, get it on your own. We're gonna keep it pretty short here. Let's get one big deep breath in and out. Thank you so much for joining me here today. That was your upper body burner workout. You did it. Great job, everybody.